Let's come back to our next top performer, someone who's going to be in the room here. Please put your hands together and help me welcome Laura Sheldrake. There we go. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Laura. Thank you so much for the opportunity to tell a bit about my story. Okay, so a bit about me. So I'm the second doctor up on the stage today. I'm a mum. I've got 3 young children. When I decided to do Accelerator, they were 5, 3 and 1. I'm an investor now, and I do quite a lot of work for charity. So our story actually goes back to COVID too. So my husband at that time, so he was an intensive care doctor, still is, and I was working COVID hot sites. We were at the coalface, and it was really hard. But actually, we also had a real feeling of privilege that we had jobs to go to, we had secure income, and we saw a lot of suffering that made us very grateful for our health. And it made us restock things and think, what do we really want from our future? And it was at that time we thought about property, and we decided to buy a rundown property in Salisbury, do it up with a friend, and it worked great, apart from the fact it took 18 months of a really hard slog. It was more my husband Ian than me, to be honest, but it was hard. And at the end of that, the mortgage rates had shot up. So actually, we couldn't really afford to get that value back out from the cash flow. And cash flow is okay, and it's an okay asset. But I looked around and thought, well, if this is how you grow a portfolio, this is going to be slow. It's going to be a real slow burn. And I wondered what other people were doing. And it was at that time that I found Simon's book, Property Magic, and I started going to PIN meetings. Okay. So to understand a little bit more about me and why I'm here, I need to introduce you to this person. So this wonderful man in the photo is my dad. I was very privileged in my upbringing. I was very loved and supported, and I had a happy upbringing. And then at 17, it all went horribly wrong because my dad died very suddenly. And it was a real shock to our family and to our core. But my dad, he was a bit of a legend, and he was an incredibly successful guy. And he taught us as children that you need to be happy in life, and you have to choose to be happy in life. And you have to work hard, you have to play hard, and you have to be kind. And that's the ethos that I've approached everything in my life, including this process. And so, whilst losing my dad is the wound that has never healed, it's also a big reason why I am the person that I am. And he taught me so much about how to live a good life. But he also taught me that life is short and life is precious. And that's why we're here, because we want something more, and we're really, really it's worth fighting for. And that's why we're here, and that's why I'm here. Okay. So this is my lovely team, and actually these guys are at home watching. So however I wave at you, hi guys, thank you for being my team. So we've got 3 children, and clearly there's nothing that we wouldn't all do for our kids, those who've got children. And I shared this last weekend, but I heard this incredible talk a few years ago where this speaker said, many people are willing to die for their children, but very few are willing to really live for them. And that's come back to me over the years so many times, and it came back when I thought about Mastermind. These thoughts in my mind, I can't possibly do that because I've got too many children and it's too difficult. I thought, no, I have to do this because of the children. And what we were talking about earlier, your children having an opportunity to look at you following your dreams and thinking, actually, I can do that too. And I want that for my children, to see me striving and to see me coming up against things that are difficult. And so they're the reason, those 3 people are the reason why we haven't slept very much this year. My husband actually has gone grey this year, and I'm not exaggerating. He's still gorgeous, but he is grey now. And we've worked really hard, and it is a big part for them. But actually for me, it's more for Ian. Because those kids are going to leave us one day, and there's going to be the 2 of us left again. And I really want to have something that we've built together, which is fantastic. Okay, so this is my mastermind timeline. It was a massive decision for me to do mastermind. We had worked hard to have a pot of money to make our deposit on our next property. To make that decision, actually cancel that, I'm going to put it all into investing in me and education. All these things felt a huge thing. If I hadn't made that decision, I would have taken that pot of money and I would have gone and done a slightly better deal because I'd gone to the accelerator and I knew more stuff. But it would have been one deal and it would have cash flowed a bit. Instead of that, I've used the same pot of money to do the deals I'm about to show you. And you can see from my picture that I've done 4 deals this year. And that was with the same pot of money. When I turned up here, I felt like Derek felt. I felt, what on earth am I doing here? I have no time, no experience, and thanks to this, I've now got no money. Why am I here? And I had to think, well, you know what? There's some great people in the room. There's people who already got properties. There's people who are in the trades. And I thought, I just want to be with this group of people on this journey. And I'm so glad that I kept coming back. Okay, so strategies-wise. My strategy was all over the shop. I changed area. I changed strategy. Sometimes I didn't want to do property. And for 6 months, I ran everywhere, and I really struggled to pinpoint what it was that I wanted to do. But in that 6 months, when I was running around like a headless chicken, I really tried to do what we call Simon Says. So if Simon says something, I try to do it. And Simon says, you need to go and be seeing 5 properties a week at the moment when you're looking for deals and you don't know what you're doing. So the first property, this Project ASA we bought, this was my 100th property viewing. Now I realise that's probably nothing to be proud of and everyone else is probably thinking, oh my gosh. But for me, that was really important and really powerful because I saw all these deals, I stacked all these deals, I was offering them stuff, I was talking to sellers, I was talking to agents, and then when I found this hidden gem, I recognised it straight away for what it was, and I was able to move really quickly with the power team I had set up and do the deal. And so since then, right, so we've done 3 more, and the last one doesn't look like that. It's not a pink fairy house. The last one is quite a sensitive off-market property, and so I haven't included a photo. So we've done HMO Conversions. They were all large 3-bed houses or on a large plot, which allowed us to do quite big conversions. So they all are high-end, and they are going to 7 or 8 beds. And we're able to do that because of the space in these big old properties. 3 of those, the first 3, were sourced on Property Filter. Property Filter does huge amounts of work for you. If you haven't got it, get it. It did a massive amount for us. 1 of them was off market, as I've said. And then 3 of them, the first 3 were secured under modern method of auction. So the first one was a traditional, well, I can't say that, a modern method of auction where you do it like eBay, you have 56 days. Does anybody watch the Gladiator, the game show, the Travelator? 56 days on the Travelator. That is what it felt like. It was hard. And so I thought, no, I won't ever do another auction property ever again. That's it, I'm done. But actually, what the auction property brings you is security. And on our second deal, which isn't pictured here because it fell over after we spent some money on it, and I thought, actually, it was really good having security. So what we did with the next 2 is we approached the seller, we worked with them, with the agent, and with a contact we made with the auction house and said, can't we do this under auction, but could we change the terms? So we paid less on the reserve price, and we extended that 56 days to 160 days. And that has been a game changer for us because we've got security, we can go away, we can get our planning done, we can spend money. And it's great for the seller because they know we've got skin in the game, that we're not going anywhere. Okay, so this is, so it was quite tired, it's quite beautiful. So they're all en suite, they're all individually designed, they've got nice touches. They're sort of like a boutique hotel. You've got the little lights you can flick on by your bedside. They're nice places to be. So, some numbers. 3-bed, modern method of auction. So we paid $267,750 for this property. And it's a big renovation, it's a lot of work. We had to drop floors, $215,000. Quite a lot of cost, and that included borrowing some of that money. The refinance value. It's a high value area with high rental, And because of the level that we did the property at, the GDV is 700,000, which meant that we could leave 25,000 in the deal, and we've got a great monthly profit, which gives us a very healthy ROI of 81%. I wanted to just very quickly talk about this one. So this one is a little bit different because it was off market. There was a lot of distress. It was a probate property, and they were happy to sell at a discount to avoid lots of hassle and lots of viewings and things. So we got a really good agreed purchase price on that. Again, it's a 3 to 7 bed, similar works cost, similar GDV, and that allows us to get all of our money out of this one. Now, the pausing on this is a security issue, so they don't want to do our fancy modern method of auction. They don't like the sound of that, so we're just working out what we can do, which allows us to feel confident in this. My summary of deals. When I came into the process, the poster didn't look like that. It said this has been mentioned before, so you might be able to get £1 million worth of property and £50,000 of income a year. And I thought, no, I don't think so. They probably got more money than me. They probably got more time than me. They've certainly got more experience than me. So what I'll do is I'll set my goals at half that. I'll see if maybe I could get £500,000 worth of property and maybe £25,000 a year. Then I looked back at my notes and I'd scribbled that out, the 25, and I wrote 20. Because I thought, actually, don't get too big for your boots, calm down. You might get 20. See, I am surprised as you are to say that we've got almost £3 million worth of property and an income of almost 90,000 a year just from the deals we've done in the last 6 months. What's next? More of the same. We've got a couple more that are lined up that we'd like to do. These work, they're good deals. We would like to do some more of them. We're looking elsewhere as well. So we're looking at sell my house quickly. In fact, we've just bought 2 areas. We bought Bournemouth and Winchester and are thinking about buying some other areas. For those that, I think you've heard about that today from online and people in the room know about it, but it's going to give us the opportunity to look at deals, to do different things, and hopefully do some opportunity flips. This year is going to be a bit about heart. Children, if you haven't got bored and wandered off, I'm coming home. I'm going to spend more time with you this year. And we're going to really think back to our family reason of giving and work out what we can do more to help in the charity field. And the red pandas, because I just really need to sleep a little bit this year as well. Top tips. Some just cute pictures. Right, so mindset. My mind wasn't in the right place. Didn't believe I could do it, and you need to try and turn that noise off, and it's really difficult, and the noise will come back even when you turned it off, and you have to keep trying. Your network is a really important thing, knowing people that you can reach out to who can have your back, building up your power team, finding investors. You don't need to do this with your own money. Other people want to make money too, and that's okay. But most importantly, have fun. We talked about life being short and life being precious, and it's important to enjoy it. I have enjoyed getting to know this room more than I can say in terms of the friendships and how much I'm in awe of the people in this room, and I've absolutely loved it. And actually, our success isn't defined by the screen I just showed to you before, which I'm really proud of, but it doesn't define me and it doesn't define our success. Our success is defined by the people that we are, the fact that we have great knowledge, that we have kindness, we're willing to help each other, and we're a team, and that's the true success in my mind. Thank you.
Well, let's hear for Laura. Well done, Laura. Fantastic.